And Americans, welcoming you to CCW Titans, episode number 30, and we are kicking off strong with your former World Heavyweight Champion, one of the most dominant champions we've had all season long, flanked by the Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a singles bout scheduled for one fall. Introducing the competitors first, climbing their way down now, being accompanied to the ring by and representing the Nation, Veronica Showtime. World-class tag team champions behind her. And good old... what's it? Good old, words. My brain just completely blanked. Good old Veronica Showtime, currently a bit of spot of bother. One of her usual compatriots not with her tonight. We can see him, well, up on the champion's wall. Because we will have to just wonder what happened on the last episode before ATW Bloodsport, for ATW Live number 24. Siffy and Veronica were teaming up against the Banner Bros, and well, Siffy just left mid-match. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing her opponent, currently makes his way down now, being accompanied to the ring by and representing Destin, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in tonight at 226 pounds. He is the undisputed future of French professional wrestling, Hank Allen. He is accompanied by the openweight and world heavyweight champions of CCW, whilst his opponent flanked by the world-class tag team champions. Aside from our first blood champions, all like over 2/3 of the champions wall are here. Well, 2/3 would be here if it wasn't for Siffy abandoning Veronica Showtime. We're not quite sure yet as to what's happening on that front, but we do know that someone has accepted a challenge following his elimination from the Bloodsport tournament. Sotelo of Stagnation will be wagering his hair for a shot at Angus White's open weight championship at CCW Conquer Los Angeles. They enter the pin, Veronica counting one, kick out by Hank. Trying to do something that surprisingly Olivia Markov could not do last time out here in Titans. That is defeat Hank Allen, as she's thinking if she can beat the son, she can beat the father, but the father beat her, so we're yet to find out what stipulation Veronica Showtime is picking for the championship rematch clause at Conquer Los Angeles. But right now she's got the head scissor choke on Hank Allen, and he's struggling to escape. Oh god, and then just leg across the throat. Gonna stomp the face. Destined smarting after dual losses on ATW Live. Last night we saw Henry and Angus trying to fight the Battleflies. 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere. They went 1-0 up at the beginning of the match, but ended up losing against North and Simo White, who proved that the outside of the ring is their playground, their battle house. But destined in the World Trios tournament, we've discovered who Direction X will be challenging or facing off to determine the inaugural World Trios champs. And it will not be Destin, no, it will be Valor Club. But Hank Allen, he got pinned after 3 brainbusters from Venom Sai. However, his foot was under the rope when he got counted, so it's arguable again whether or not there is cause for Destin to be the challengers and the contenders. Oh, and getting a taste. Uh-oh. Ref. Oh, but Melissa Blackwell getting caught in the crossfire. She attacked and now she's being thrown out. Melissa Blackwell punched Hank Allen, getting thrown out of ringside. But unfortunately for Blackwell, she caught a couple strays in that exchange from Veronica Showtime. Thrown into Markov and now, on the outside. Ground and pound, but bye-bye one half the world-class tag team champions. As we continue on. Count of 8, and Hank Allen returning to the ring. Count of 8. Ref, count of 9. And, he's giving her another chance. And, Olivia Markov has just found a light tube. What's she going to grab that for? The crowd's yelling at her about it. I'm like, hey, come on. And, kicks in the midsection. DDT. And, no. Gut wrench from the ground. Deadlift gut wrench. Just rotating her, then suplex toss. And look straight at Markov when she did that. 1, 2. Kick out by Veronica. Melissa Blackwell was at ringside just before, but ended up... the referee's pulled out the ring by Markov. What the hell? Yeah, Melissa Blackwell was at ringside. She ends up attacking Hank Allen. Got thrown out by the referee, but not before getting some inadvertent punches from Veronica Showtime, who was also trying to punch Hank. And Markov just pulled the ref out of the ring, and now is distracting Hank Allen, who just hit the gut wrench powerbomb on Veronica Showtime. The crowd does not know what to do here. Kicks to the midsection. Welcome in, Ben. Dear Lord. Veronica trying now to just salvage what was a poor start for herself in this one. Face bounced off the apron. And now Markov's been thrown out. Dear Lord. The ref just catching Hank Allen when he ran to the ring. And, lariat. Inverted atomic drop, and now leg drop. Straight down the middle. Drop kick to the face. Into the pin, and after that leg drop, I don't blame her one. Kick out, and I think Henry's up on the apron. Springboard moonsault. No. Hank Allen's about to get knocked out cold. EMP! But this stood on the outside distracting Drake Henry. The referee distracted by Henry Allen. Henry Allen is distracting Drake Henry right now. And Veronica Showtime. 1, 2. Kick out. The last possible second. Gets the shoulder off the mat. Thanks to the distraction by Henry Allen. And now the referee fixing the turnbuckle pad. But Henry just saved his son. Off the ropes. Neck breaker. Pinfall again. Rip this time. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, despite Henry trying to save the match for Hank, the Gone 6 puts down Hank. It is curious. You see that? There is Olivia Markov saving perhaps Veronica Showtime. Gut wrench powerbomb. Usually Hank would go for a pin after that, but the ref was out of the ring. So both sides becoming pivotal in this match, and Melissa Blackwell attacking Hank Allen, getting herself thrown out of ringside by Drake Henry. But she also took a couple blows from Veronica Showtime on that melee on the outside. And eventually got to the pin to the referee, but too little too late as far as Veronica Showtime is concerned, because the time he took arguing with Henry on the outside, Gone 6 led to There she is. Led to Veronica. Getting kicked out of the EMP. That's a very rare feat by Hank Allen, kicking out of an EMP. Granted, it was about 20 seconds after being hit by it, so big asterisks there. Now we move on to some preview tag team competition, because ATWE Bloodsport will be happening in real life on Friday for the majority of you. Saturday for myself. But as we barrel towards that, we're going to see a preview match as Bruise Patrol Andrea Steele, who won the Bloodsport tournament in the women's division, and her tag team partner, the women's first blood champion Sonia Cruz, take on the combination of May and the removal squad, Eric Daniels. Just need to get Gato here, and then there's Daniels. Haha. Yeah, I'll do the Conquer ones first, and then I'll work on that after. Yeah, got 2 pay-per-views with cards to match graphics. Match graphics even. But I can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a tag team bout scheduled for one fall. Introducing the competitors first, currently making their way down now, fighting at the red corner, weighing in tonight at total combined weight of 262 pounds, the team of Andrea Steele and the CCW Women's First Blood Champion Sonia Cruz. Bruise Patrol. We could be seeing double champs coming out of ATWE Bloodsport. Sonia Cruz does have at least 1 title defense, or no, 2 title defenses before we get there, because with very rare exceptions, CCW is planning from this night going forward to always have some form of Bloodsport or First Blood Championship match, whether it be the men's division, the women's division, or maybe sometimes even both. We'll be seeing our main event tonight, Arch defending his men's First Blood Championship in an open challenge. We do not know who is answering it. We'll be finding out together. The randomizer will be drawn live on stream. Cruz and Steele looking to become champions together, and Andrea Steele looking to win her gold off of this woman. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their opponents first. Currently making their way down, now fighting at the blue corner, weighing in tonight at 140 pounds. She is the current reigning and defending ATWE Women's World Champion, May. Of course, she is the current reigning and defending champion over in ATWE. Has got a championship proudly over her shoulder and does not look the most enthused about being here in the Colossal CM, but it's kind of a tough luck, bud. You're teaming up with your cousin, and you're gonna fight against the women's First Blood champion and your challenger come Friday night. The original plan, if it weren't for CCW instituting the First Blood Championship, or a First Blood Championship being on every card, it would have been the First Blood Champions opposite sides of the ring in this one, because Arch was being considered as the tag partner for May, but due to his being busy defending his championship in the main event, we instead went with cousin for May, teaming up with 1/3 of the removal squad, the winner of the other Bloodsport tournament. So Instead of having First Blood champions opposite the ring from each other, we've got First Blood tournament winners opposite the ring from one another. They'll both be going into their underground matches. And I guess we're not getting the trios entrance, but okay. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing her tag team partner, being accompanied to the ring by and representing the Removal Squad, weighing in tonight at 235 pounds, Eric Daniels. Well, he is making his way to ringside, and Adam Rodway, Anthony Gatto following him out too. Both himself and Andrea Steele making their way through the grueling Bloodsport tournaments. Eric Daniels eliminating Sotelo in the finals, Breen in the semis, and I feel like Kirai in the first round. I'm double checking that now though, pulling up the win-loss records of ATWE. Yeah, he eliminated both halves of Stagnation. Not an easy run at all. Andrea Steele eliminated Veronica Showtime in her first match, which was a giant shock for the faithful watching at home. Then Christy Knight, and then in the finals, Evelina Von Back. Both winners. And look at this, champion and challenger starting off this match for their respective sides. This could be indicative of what goes down at Bloodsport. Lariat there by Steele. Stomp to the sternum. And oh god. Rolling her up, breaks the nose. Oh god. Forearm laid into the back. And again that ice whip off the ropes. Drop kick. Down goes the ATW Women's World Champion, and referee discretion on the 10 count, so we could see a 10 count on the outside here in this tag contest, but we could also not. That is how things work. They either do or do not happen. Do or do not. There is no try. And looking to fly is Andrea Steele from the top rope. The splash, crashing down on the Women's World Champ. 1, 2, kick out by May. Now, a pinfall victory over May would be nice for Andrea Steele in the lead up as a part of momentum building for her match against May in Bloodsport, but it would not be indicative of how the match would go, because knockouts and submission is how the championships will be decided at ATWE Bloodsport. Kick against the ropes. Chop. Now, oh, the leg being stretched over the middle rope, and oh, limping away. Forearms, forearm, forearm caught. No, turn around, and Irish whip off the ropes. Roll through, neck breaker. Into the bed. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Tag has been made, and Andrea Steele legal once more. Bruise Patrol working better as a tag team unit than the Removal Squad do, and that is because they are, well, than the Removal Squad's Eric Daniels and May, but that's because Bruise Patrol actually are a team, whereas May and Daniels, they may be related, but they don't team often. They have paired up with one another a few times in the past, but it's not a regular week in, week out thing like Steel and Cruz, as one half of Bruise Patrol, the CCW Women's First Blood Champ, moonsault from the top into the bend, leg hook deep paps for the win. The 1, 2, kick out. Of course, Sonia Cruz will be looking to keep a hold of her championship. Oh god, the springboard into Swanton. 2, 3. Sonia Cruz pinning the ATW Women's World Champion. And that could be a curious thing as we head towards Bloodsport and Conquer Los Angeles. May picking up a loss here on the path, but crucially, pinfall loss, not submitted, not knocked out, pinned, and not by her challenger either. Unsurprisingly, the tag team unit who were working together that entire match, they emerged victorious. Crowd very unamused by the result, apparently, but nonetheless, victory for Bruise Patrol here over May and Eric Daniels. But to be fair, Daniels wasn't tagged in at any point, so that was effectively a handicap match. Unfortunate as it may be for them, but once I've updated the win-loss records, we will be moving on to the next contest of the evening. And if memory serves me right, it's a singles contest. Andrea Steele gets her first victory here in CCW as well. Just there's one for the headlines for you. Now we get to see a very bad man going up against a very bad man, as Nasir Al-Jalal is set for singles competition against the man they call Smash Barnett. We'll have Jada Logan Drake in his corner, as well as the still in recovery Jared Wolf, but we're flying through the first of 3 shows that are being taped tonight. So if you're watching the VOD, there will be 2 more VODs immediately after this. They get uploaded, so make sure you watch all 3 episodes before we get to the Colossal Seam. Or get out of the Colossal Seam and head towards Los Angeles, California, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a singles bout scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing the competitors first, cutting his way down the aisle, fighting out of the red corner, weighing tonight at 315 pounds. He is Nasir Al-Jalal. Nasir Al-Jalal teamed up alongside La Salou last week. In a losing effort against the Blackchapel, but crucially, Blackchapel pinned, well, Severus Crowley pinned Jacques Mori of the Blackchapel, did not pin Nasir Al-Jalal. Nasir so far has escaped retribution from LF5, but ladies and gentlemen, now introducing his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Logan Drake and Jared Wolf, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Logan Drake Industries Limited, weighing tonight at 327 pounds. He is the Mad King, Smash Barnett. And they're presenting us the rings of LDI Limited. We saw some trickery over in ATWE by Logan Drake, who arranged for the successful... Okay, Jared, why are you climbing the ropes when you're looking like that, buddy? Okay, he is mad. Mad, Jared Wolf. But as I was saying, we saw Logan Drake manage to handle the contract situation for the ATWE World Champion Andy the A-list, as he offloaded the Hardcore Championship to Vin of the Premier. He is officially recorded as a former Hardcore Champion in ATWE now, thanks to Logan Drake's efforts. It was done as a favour to Andy because he defeated Nasir Al-Jalal and took the Hardcore Championship from him. Now Smash Barnett gonna get his chance to take on Nasir Al-Jalal. Meat versus meat is what's happening here. And oh lord. Shoulder being arm drag, big arm drag. Collar and elbow tie up here as well. Headlock applied. There's two big hosses. Oh, hello, Jared Wolf up on the apron. Takes off the turnbuckle pad, and both Logan and Jared now tried to pull the ref out the ring. They saw what Markov did earlier. They're like, you were meant to get distracted by that before the pin and like fix that so that Smash didn't even have to kick out. What the hell, man? Oh god, running neck twist. Of course, Smash Barnett's not necessarily been the same level of destroyer since he got dropped through the Hell in a Cell structure by the Openweight champion Angus Wyatt. So, we'll see if he's able to put a hurting on the Seer, or is the Smash Barnett already peaked? Rolling away from the Seer now. Oh, turn around. Oh, back body drop, no, floats over, crushes him with the 327 pounds. 12-pound advantage to Smash, and as he's choking out Nasir, Jared Wolf's removing that turnbuckle pad again. Oh, sits out on that jawbreaker by Nasir to escape the sleeper hold. And, oh, knee to the midsection, up against the ropes. Off the ropes, sends him flying. That's it. Off the ropes, rebound. Lariat turn, Smash inside out. And up to the second rope. Gonna fly, no. Smash rolls out the way. Got enough distance that Nasir couldn't clear the ring. And, uh-oh, inverted suplex. This is a lot of mass inside this ring. £12 advantage to Smash Barnett, but there's still about 640 pounds or 639 pounds between these two men. Into the pin, 1, 2, kick out by Smash. Uh-oh. Oh, face driven into the mat. Arms pulled away from the ropes. 1, 2, 3. The Seer Ouch allowed speed Smash Barnett. What the hell? We saw earlier in the night that, well, in that match, both Jared and Logan tried to pull the ref out of the ring. Perhaps if they'd done so just then, the Seer Ouch would not have defeated Smash Barnett, but nonetheless, your winner is not Smash. A real dip in form for Smash Barnett ever since being sent flying through the steel cage of the Hell in a Cell. Someone must have got knocked loose when he dropped 20 feet through the steel structure. The rust is apparently sunk in, and the Seer Aljalao third victory here in CCW. We won the Hardcore Championship in that 30-person gauntlet. One where he brutalized Jared Wolf by squashing his head in an elevator door. And now that third one just now against Smash Barnett. But we move on to brighter pastures now, because it is time for stagnation to appear as Sotelo. Ow. No. Key. And Kayla of Stagnation take on the destined team of your openweight champion and mine, Angus Wyatt, accompanied by Henry and Hank Allen. Teams of Buckwheat and Paulo Jr. In this trios contest, Sotelo has finally, after being eliminated from the Bloodsport tournament, accepted Angus Wyatt's challenge of Hair versus Championship. If Sotelo can win, he's the openweight champion. However, if he loses, yeah, that's another trios entrance just not happening. He is going to be bald. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a trios contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing the competitors first, currently making their way down the aisle together and definitely not separately. Weighing in tonight at a total combined weight of 590 pounds, the team of Sotelo, Kayla Turner, and Kirai Shimoto. Tag Nation. They definitely all came out together. We're all going to pretend that is the case. And Destined, you best come out together as well, otherwise I'm going to be peeved. Good start, good start. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their opponents, currently making their way down, now fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in tonight at a total combined weight of 785 pounds, being accompanied to the ring by Hank Allen and the CCW World Heavyweight Champion Henry Allen, the team of Buckwheat, Paulo Jr., and your CCW Openweight Champion Angus Wyatt. They are the Destined. All 5 members of Destined have arrived. Here to give a show of force, Hank and Henry Allen gonna be in the corner of Buckwheat, Paulo Jr. and Angus Wyatt. We saw Hank get defeated earlier in the night by Veronica Showtime, but it's arguable that he could have won the match. Welcome in, Snap. As we get into our into our 4th match of this particular card. We are taping 3 shows tonight. Then tomorrow will be CCW Conquer Los Angeles. But big drop kick there to start by Angus, and champion and challenger starting off against one another. 1, 2, kick out by Sotelo. It's Stagnation versus Destined. Trios competition. And come Los Angeles, it will be Sotelo versus Angus Wyatt for the Openweight Championship. Hair versus title. Will Sotelo walk away with a championship around his waist or with a fresh cut? That is to be seen. As the leg gets swept out from underneath Angus and stomping the ankle. A wonderful way to build momentum for both men towards that match. Big cross body. Oh god. Strikes here by Angus, and Sotelo backed off by Angus. Oh, went to go for a military press now to forearm across the chin. And again, this is just an attempt after an attempt after attempt. Oh, he went for the forearm again, got caught for jab. Now the double chop by Angus. He's sick of this. He's like, really? Is that the best my challenger has? But here comes Kayla. Lariat to midsection, and the height differential is not going to play to her favor here. So, oh god, just toss across the ring, face bouncing off the turnbuckle. What a deal by Angus Wyatt. Ambiguous Savage, Lucha Libre Psychopath, and the Country Resu Killer. Fireman's carry off the ropes, and ooh, just working again with that rolling neck breaker, Samoa drop combination, back elbow on the concrete here in the Colossal Seam, and Hank shielding his eye. Oh god, slammed down on the concrete. World Heavyweight Champion and his son watching closely at this action. Springboard forearm. Into the corner, tag out. Here comes Kirai, and oh, backdrop neck breaker combination. Destined not the only ones who know how to do teamwork, and Kirai just messing with Buckwheat a bit, trying to pretend he was on Destined side. Paulo Jr. and Hank's favorite leader, Angus, working together to beat up Kirai, just punch him in the shin to keep him Still for Paulo to land it. DDT off the ropes on the apron, and now single leg DDT. Poor driving the knee, jam it into the concrete. Well, foot first. That is not the way your foot is meant to land. Certainly not the full weight of another human being driving it into concrete. That will jam up the knee for sure. Now into the corner. Tag, here comes Kayla. Back body drop. Oh! Went for a move, but Buckwheat leapt out the way. Apollo leapt out the way to tag in Buckwheat, and qualification. Qualification out of nowhere. This could be it. One. Kick out by Buckwheat and one. Wasn't the full course set up for the qualification, but it's still hit, and Buckwheat got a shot off the mat at one. Just pure desperation coming in from the country. There's Udella. And oh, you saw that Henry Allen tried to swipe at the legs of Kayla, and she's not amused by that. Here comes Sotelo. Oh, super kick. Kayla ducks out the way, but Sotelo winds up eating the boot instead. How rude. He wastes off the forearm, shiver now off the ropes. Deep arm drag. Northern Lights suplex. Interesting set of offense here by Buckwheat as he comes off the ropes. Rolls in with the cannonball. But he seemed to have hurt himself as he delivered that one, and slowly got Sotelo to his feet, but Sotelo recovered enough. And now it's his turn to go on the offensive fisherman suplex. Tags back in Kayla. One does have to wonder as to what the landscape of CCW is going to be post Los Angeles, as well as post Bloodsport for that matter too, because the World Trios Championship will be decided there. Direction X and Valor Club facing off to determine the inaugural World Trios Champs across both companies. And Superkick puts her down. Here comes Angus. Roll lariat, but Kayla connected first. Angus just absorbed it though, and now got her on the shoulder to the neutral corner. Snake Eyes face bouncing off the turnbuckle pad into the bin, leg hook. Bats to win the one. Kick out by Kayla at one. Kayla flying out of the group. Qualification to the Openweight champion. Leg hooked. Oh, but Hank and Henry. Well, Henry Allen just pulled the ref out the ring. Saving Angus Wyatt. Buckwheat in, breaks the pin, and Henry Allen just pulled the referee out of the ring. He may be our World Heavyweight Champion, but I think he's about to be ejected from ringside. Let us see, is Henry... No, Henry's just been warned. He's like, I know you're the World Champs. Drake Henry Allen. God, Logan Drake... Drake Henry... Henry Allen. Logan Drake Henry Allen. Both three men. But no, Henry Allen, the French gut wrenching machine, just warned by the referee of this contest. Like, I know you're the World Heavyweight Champion, so I'll let you off this once, but do not do that again. Into the pin now. Hank does it this time. And the ref's like, hey, what the hell? Henry tried grabbing him as well, but destined. The Allens causing havoc at ringside. It's like, okay, I won't do it again either. Drake is got a longer leash for the Allens than I would. But now, Dragon Sleeper. In the ropes, perhaps trying to reach for the ropes. The Openweight Champion's about to be knocked out by Kayla. No. Let's go, because she's going to hit qualification one more time. Oh, back elbow. Angus sets that coming. Now sends her off the ropes. Samoan drop for a second up, for he's about to hit with ambiguous savagery, and he's yelling, here comes the living legend Kira Ishimoto in the ring. Drop kick again by Angus. What the hell? Bye-bye, your challenger. Grabs a hold of key. What does Angus have in mind? A punch to the gut from Shimura. Kick, punch, kick, Tournament 6 DDT now. And Shimoda climbs to the top rope. To the top rope, Kirai gonna fly. What's he gonna find? Oh, a big lariat toppling the Savage. Down to the pin, rip count and 1, 2, 3. And Kirai's just pinned our Openweight champion. Well, if Sotelo can't get the job done in Los Angeles, if he gets shaved bald, Kirai may very well be the next challenger because he just pinned our Openweight champion. Despite the Allens each dragging the referee out of the ring, Angus White still getting pinned. That is only the 3rd time Angus White has lost here in CCW. Once was when Paulo Jr. was pinned in the tag match against Destin versus Destin match. Once was Lucia Belova dethroning him in his first reign as the heavyweight champion, or the openweight champion, excuse me. Trying to find the other loss for Angus, but it's proving difficult to find right now. So, but yeah, only his 3rd loss here in CCW. Stagnation winning. As they celebrate their victory, I'm going to go through and update win-loss records for that match because there were 6 fighters. But good work. Congrats to Kirai Shimoda and Stagnation as a whole getting the victory here. Great momentum for Sotelo as he heads towards his challenge for the championship. Yeah. Get our spreadsheet dance. How? Why do you do that? 5 of them? Rude. Well, now we get into something that could be a bit contentious. Siffy is recently abandoned Veronica Showtime in the midst of their tag match against the Bannon Brothers over in ATWE, and now he is picking a fight with Lucia Belova. It's overall just some confusing decision making by Siffy. Abandoned Veronica Showtime, middle of the match. The overweight, not the Marshall Mayhem champion is having some interesting decision making recently. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a singles bout scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing the competitors first, trying to make their way down the aisle, fighting out of the red corner, representing Red Dawn, weighing in tonight at 162 pounds, Lucia Belova. And notably absent both is Olivia Markov. She has been barred from this match due to being thrown out earlier in the night for dragging Drake Henry from ringside, or out of the ring, I should say, but Veronica Showtime. But Melissa Blackwell also got thrown out of ringside as well, so she's not allowed to be here. Veronica Showtime is mixed feelings about this contest. Siffy, of course. Is he still part of the nation? I guess we'll be finding out as the introductions But Lucia Belova is a nation-adjacent citizen, as it were, much like a Joseph Anarchy, much like an Arch. But right now, it's a confusing mess as to what's happening in Siffy's head. Oh, hello. You Titantron's coming along. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing her opponent, cramming his way down now, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in tonight at 300 pounds, representing the nation, is the current reigning and defending Martial Mayhem champion, Siffy! Well, Siffy still claiming to be part of the nation. So maybe just some frustrations being vented on the last episode of ATW Live, but got the Martial Mayhem Championship around his waist. Presumably we'll be in a championship match to defend it on when we conquer Los Angeles, but drop kick to Belova. Then stinking in to the Boston Crab. What on earth? Trying to tap out Belova here. Of course, the point of contention, as far as we can tell with Siffy, is being born from when he was in the corner of Lucia Belova at last week when she was facing Hank Allen. Everyone else, Melissa Blackwell, Olivia Marco, both started beating up Hank Allen, and as such got thrown out by the referee. He was still at ringside, and he didn't interfere any further than just being at ringside. Lucia Belova would go on to lose that match, and Veronica Showtime was heard backstage saying that he must be cursed. This is why we keep losing, is he's cursed. And Siffy walked out in the very next contest where he was teamed alongside Veronica Showtime against the Bannon brothers. He left. Veronica Showtime wound up cleaning up Matthew and Jeremy by herself, but I think Siffy is taking umbrage with those comments and is now going to try and beat up Lucia Belova here. Vent some of his frustrations. Now the choke being applied to the Martial Mayhem champion. If she can tap out Siffy, you have to wonder, would she be the next challenger here for the Martial Mayhem? It's a pin. Leg is under the rope. Referee does not spot it, so Siffy has to kick out. And boy howdy, we had a severe sense of irony come into play over in ATWE. Their commentator was going on about how ATWE's refs actually spot rope breaks, but in their semi-main event. Oh god, there you go, elbow drop. Let me double check, was that the semi-main event? Yeah, the semi-main event, Trios World Championship Tournament Finals, effectively, under Red League. Ended controversially, there was a rope break at the end. After disparaging CCW's officials earlier in the night, to have their semi-main event end with the last possible and perhaps the most important match that could end with a rope break controversy, it ended up doing so. Now Lucia Belova single leg takedown puts the champion on his back. Now rolls out the ring to both of them to the concrete. Oh god. Turns them around and now, went to slam him down into the concrete, but Siffy self-preservation instincts kicking in. Suplex left. Oh god, slipping out the back. Chop block. Siffy was still billed as part of the nation when he came out to ringside, so this is curious. Nation versus nation adjacent citizen. Count of 5, stomps the arm onto the concrete. How? Count of 6. Back into the ring goes Belova. 7 by the referee. God, excuse me. Turned around now. Side headlock. Oh, punch to the face. Right to the nose. Ow. It's just rude by Siffy as he looks to fly from the top rope. Elbow drop, but he went from the wrong corner. Fell short. Came up short. He's not a light man. 300 pounds on the Marshall Mayhem champion, so I would have been surprised if he'd cleared that distance. Oh, stretching the arm and oh god, face. Just getting caught. The boot to the midsection and the side of the face as he was stretching the arm out of socket. Got her in a bad place. And now, up against the ropes. What does Siffy have in mind? Irish whip off the ropes. The lariat. Oh, just taking her head off just about. And oh god, legs on the rope, feet on the rope. The referee spots it, but the feet were on the ropes there, folks. And Siffy trying to steal a victory from Lucia Belova. She's like, what the fuck's that bullshit? Crowd booing Siffy at ringside for trying to steal a victory here. Oh, forearm kick to the midsection. DDT on the concrete. Right on his bald head. And slamming his hand against the floor. God. Stretching out the Marshall Mayhem champion, returning the favor. How do you like it, buddy? Well, she wouldn't say buddy, she's Russian. Count 5, the referee urging Belova back into the ring, so she returns the champ and follows through herself. Oh, Irish whip now off the ropes into the turnbuckle pad. Oh, just a jab now. Shoulder driven in the corner and then stomped in midsection. This match going a distance into the pin leg. Not hooked one. Kick out, and that's why you hook the leg. That gives you the extra bit of leverage. More likely to win a match with a hooked leg than you are without. But on the apron, springboard crossbody. Running drop kick to the back. Knee driven into the small thereof. And up to the top. Lucia Belova, bad intentions. Elbow drop across the throat. Siffy instinctively rolls to the ropes and pulls himself up. That is gotta hurt. Then just clobbering blow to the back and oh, knee lift to the throat. He goes flying over the top rope and I think his face bounced off the turnbuckle, off the steel steps on the outside. Excuse me. That is painful work there, and now she's not letting up. Oh, stomps the throat as well. God, Lucia Belova. Oh god, gourd buster on the concrete. Lucia Belova being vicious here with Siffy. Showing a distinct killer edge here. Now ankle lock on the outside. Siffy nowhere really to go. She lets go, count of 5. Ref counts 6. Belova gonna wait for Siffy to get to his feet, count of 7. Flies to the outside, but comes up just short. Went for a top back on it low, but lands on the concrete. Kick to the midsection. Oh, pump handle. Oh, Siffy looks out, folks. I don't know if he's going to stir before the ref gets the count of 10. Siffy out cold. Oh, stirring now, count of 7. Count of 8, and Siffy returns to the ring. Only to get caught in the midsection. Another, again, a pump handle slam. Whatever you want to call it. In the ropes. 1, 2, 3. I believe his foot was on that middle rope, folks. But in any case, pinfall victory there for Lucia Belova. Siffy's foot, the one that was being hooked by Belova, was on the rope. The ref was focusing on the shoulders. We might get a replay. I could be wrong, but if we get a replay... got rocked with that move on the outside. On the concrete, barely made it back into the ring, then caught with it immediately again. But I suspect his foot was on the rope. Let us see. Gourdbuster on the outside. That pump handle maneuver. Here it is. Kicks him in the midsection. Pump handle. Oh, twist. And kick again. Hits it. Once he's back in the ring. Yeah, you can see foot. The toe is touching the rope. The referee did not spot that rope break, and Sippy not happy about it. Lucia Belova winning, even if there's a slight asterisk to it. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to your main event of the evening, episode number 30, Championship Contest, First Blood match, Men's First Blood Championship on the line, Open Challenge style. Let us get the champion into the right attire. The rules are simple. Cannot be someone who's already fought tonight. And it cannot be a champion. So, I'm going to make it nobody that's been thrown out tonight either. So, well, it wouldn't be Olivia Markov. It wouldn't be Melissa Blackwell anyway. Actually, all the people that could have been thrown out would have been, so. You know what? No. Yeah, Hank's already fought. Henry is a champion. Could be one. It could be Rodwell Gato. It won't be Jared Wolf. It won't be Logan Drake. Because one's injured and one is a manager. Eric Daniels, you've already fought. Drake Henry, you are a referee. And as funny as it would be, I don't want you to be a champion. Oh dear lord. Simo White. Neck brace and all is going to answer the open challenge. He is unamused as to how the 8-person tag team bout went in the last one. So he's deciding, you know what, screw you Arch, I'm accepting your open challenge. I'm going to be a singles champ, and I could very well be a tag champ alongside North over in ATWE. But, ladies and gentlemen, following contest is your main event of the evening, and it is a First Blood scheduled for one bleed for the CCW Men's First Blood Championship. Yep. Here comes the challenger. He'll be looking to become the ATWE World Tag Team Champion alongside North. Looking to knock off the Sacktown Outlaws, T-Dog and Jeffrey Everingham, but before they get there, he's decided that he wants to be the First Blood Champion of the men's division, the undisputed First Blood Champion of the non-binary division is North. So, if Simo White wins here, I am definitely going to get matching belt for North, if they don't become the tag champs. Just because that's going to be a cute thing. Yeah, new First Blood Champion incoming, says North. Simo is looking to win. But here comes the defending champ. The natural, the creator, the blood letter of CCW. And KEW, he's the natural. In the ATWE, he is the creator. But here in Colossal Championship Wrestling, he is the bloodletter, the man with the most defenses of any champion in CCW history. Two-time First Blood champion, tied with Blake for most defenses in a single reign at 4. He's looking to match that record again here against North. Angus will be looking to do the same against Sotelo in Los Angeles. Not here against Simo White, not even against North. Excuse me, mixing up my battle flyers, but tough contest to be had. Yeah, nothing personal. Well, Simo White's coming in. He was unamused as to how the last match that they were in alongside one another went, but there's nothing personal. Supposedly, they both just want the championship. Any frustrations that they had about how the tag team match went against Destined could be vented there, but in my neck, because introduction time. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the competitors. First to my right, the challenger, accompanied to the ring by North, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in tonight at 230 pounds, representing the Battleflies, Simo White. Ladies and gentlemen, now to my left, the champion, fighting out of the blue corner. He is your current reigning and defending CCW Man's First Blood champion, the Bloodletter, Arch. Your referee, Minoru Takayama. Well, he's got the championship. He's presenting it to Takayama, who presents it now to Simo White. Neck brace and all. These two looking to vent their frustrations upon one another in this one, walk away with the Men's First Blood Championship, and get back onto a agreeable stage with one another. Of course, Arch very impressed by the Battleflies. That's why I invited them over to ATWE for a championship contendership contest. They wound up winning. They are now #1 contenders. They fended off Destined in a 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere, so it's just them challenging the Sacktown Outlaws at Bloodsport. They're not contracted to ATWE just yet. They are still CCW exclusive contract-wise, but they're looking to become the World Tag Champs over the Sacktown Outlaws. Nope, springboard forearm, and the natural is many things, but merciful inside the ring is not, so he's not going to be afraid to target the neck in this one. Won't be because he dislikes Simo White, it's because it's sound strategy, and he is nothing if not a champion. So out here on the concrete, it's going to devolve, but do not be surprised if the Bloodletter joins Simo White in a neck brace, because Simo is not afraid to drop an opponent on their neck on the concrete with a pile driver. And oh, shoves away, Simo does Arch. Collar elbow. Oh, German suplex on the concrete. Now kick to the midsection. Forearm, and that move in particular has been used by Arch to win a couple matches in this First Blood division. Oh, kick. Steals the table. Like, okay, we're going to use the table. Oh, kick. Down the table from the hands of Arch. Oh, face bounce off the apron. Dear Lord. Now, using the foot to brace the arm down and stomp on the hand. Trapped against the table, and merciful to stomp on the table, not the concrete. So a bit of sportsmanship there by Simo. Could have been doing it on the concrete, but instead did it on top of the table surface. Not much give, but it's more give than the concrete. And North in the corner, removing that turnbuckle pad. They've studied, and you can see them clutching at their neck, just jolting themselves when they hopped off the apron. But We're in a brawl now. Both exchanging strikes, and oh, Simo saying, come on, lay one on me. Chop. Chop. Slap. Chop. 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 But as I was saying, once we... Oh, God. Punch now. They're just brawling here. Here we go. Even Stevens coming out of that strike exchange. But, oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Power driver. Inside the ring, so a neck brace not needed for Arch. But if that keeps happening in this match, we may see one anyway. Spare. Cut in him in half. But you'll note, North has removed the turnbuckle pad in the red corner. Caleb Adams did that in the 5th defense attempt by Arch. Oh, God, dropkick to the outside. Then it led to Bishop just... Oh, my God. Casual, like... And just a boot to the outside. On the outside, just casually, ladies and gentlemen, North, your new First Blood champ. Or Simo White, excuse me. New First Blood champion of the men's division. Just the most casual way possible. Drop kicked him to the outside and just went, you know what? I think I've got the angle. Just boot to the face. Busts open the blood letter. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting word now from CCW management that at CCW Conquer Los Angeles, it will not be a rematch from Arch. He's like, you know what? The better man beat me. Got my eyes elsewhere within CCW. And new First Blood champion of the men's division. Simo White, neck brace and all. Torch being passed. Arch saying, I respect you. You're a champion. This is your turn to dominate the First Blood division. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for. Episode 30 is at an end.